Yo, it's your boy Axpekt, and we're here with season 5 tier list. You feel me? As y'all know, I just keep it straightforward, and these are how I feel about where I want to place these characters. You know me, I throw Franks where Franks are needed to be thrown. So let's get straight into it. I have an alphabetical order. So starting out right here, All Might, A plus. Even though he just caught a couple of nerfs, he had his beta reduced cooldown. It was like 3 seconds. It used to be 12. Now it's 15, and then they hit the beta again for the damage. Bro, it don't matter. He's still an extremely strong character. His beta still does incredible damage. You got the beta alpha beta combo, you got the beta beta combo, and then you shoot down at them with alpha. His tornado is great to reflect projectiles. Not to mention his alpha has incredible damage. You feel me? The damage just ramps up. Like, we're not even getting into when you're missing and you're still being benefited with All Might, right? He has the res and he has the escapability special action, which that you could combine with his beta, which a good 85% of y'all do. So all the people out there saying All Might useless and they're nerfing him to the point where he's his normal form, stop it. Like, you're reaching. Let's be real here. The only real people that are comboing the beta together are the people that are die-hard All Might players. And honestly, even doing that is not even that hard to do, but a good majority of y'all aren't comboing the beta. Majority of the time you're missing your beta. Let's be real here. Don't act like that damage nerf is gonna make and or break you specifically or All Might in any way, form. He can punch people, get them, pick up his homies for the res. You got the tornado, knock them away from his homie, pick up the res. Escapability through the roof. You can still run across the map. You got the double beta, drop, special action, tornado, or you could jump, beta, tornado. It's All Might. All right. We got AFO, A tier. Now this is for rank. By the way, this is also a rank tier list. Okay. So some of these characters, I'm just saying base kit, you know, so you can take them to another level. You feel me? So yes, this All Might might be A plus, you feel me? But if you take this man to another level, he can easily be S. You feel me? So reason why I have AFO at A tier is for the simple fact, when you first pick him up, you can't just pick him up and press buttons. Okay? Everybody loves to say, oh, AFO cheesy, easy cheesy, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, that's why you're still playing Assault Shigaraki. So there's no way you can say this man is easy cheesy playing somebody that's 10 times easier than him. You feel me? So they did buff the alpha. I believe it's the charge alpha they buffed. They made it that charge a little faster. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. His alpha does great damage. His beta, everybody knows about that beta after you get comboed by the gamma. But sometimes you can just combo off the beta itself. It's a great keep away tool. You can a great combo tool. You know, you can set them up for your teammates or for yourself. His gamma, everybody complains about the pool. Come on, get the timing down and roll it. You know, you guys are letting all for ones pull you, looking in your face when you have characters that can hard knock them out of it, or you could roll it and then punish him for it. You feel me? You know how I mean? All for ones, people just stare in the face and then shoot, don't hard knock them, roll, and then punish him hard because he's baiting, he's pressing beta at air without even seeing if he caught anybody. You feel me? So now let's get into a special action which allows him to take away quirks and make it his own. So this person can take All For One and make them an S tier character, right? If they know how to use other characters, you feel me? You can't just say, oh, well, I'm gonna go and pick up Ibara quirk and never have played Ibara a day in your life. You feel me? Or I'm gonna just take Cementoss and you never play Cementoss a day in your life, or compress, or you know. But the ability to then give yourself mobility as this character and like know how to use that mobility or the other skill set is what you could take to another level. You feel me? You got the pull in into the beta swap. You feel me? Or you can start from the other skill kit using your mobility or stun, and then maybe you swap and go into the beta. Who knows? You All For One mains, you feel me? Y'all know what y'all can do. Those that know, you can take him to another level, but just picking him up and going, he's not that free. Honestly, let's keep it real. He's not that free. Aizawa. I have Aizawa down here now. I mean, before I didn't have S plus tier, but I feel like we have to start making tiers like this, or it'll be like A trains and whatnot, which isn't bad, but like, whatever. Aizawa has definitely fallen a bit, quite a bit, especially with his alpha being really bugged right now. You feel me? They did recently buff the Gamma, but the Gamma got stealth nerfed before, you feel me? And it was doing 200. Now it does like 160 or 170. Somebody correct me in the comments. But his alpha, when it works, it's a great combo tool. It's a great, it allows you to counter armor moves or super homing moves, you feel me? Somebody just coming at you with a eat a kick. If you grab them, they're just gonna look stupid. You feel me? They're just gonna look dumb. His beta, you can use that for mobility, along with combine that with the alpha. He's an extremely hard character to catch. You feel me? Now his special action allows him to take away quirks. That's another reason why he's right here, because even though it's a good special action, it does not work when people wake up. And I understand why it would be extremely OP, you feel me? But there are times where sometimes you press that special action and people are still shooting you and they're not on wake up, you feel me? So that's why he's A tier. You can't just pick up Aizawa and go. Yes, you can take him to another level, you feel me? You can make him an A plus tier and whatnot. You combo with your team. Don't forget his 1v1 combos. He can obliterate health bars when his alpha is working, you feel me? Like but you yourself have to be a good Aizawa to do stuff like that, you feel me? So next character we got Strike Bakugo. Strike Bakugo, I feel like he's B tier for the simple fact that it's not as sweet as what it's like once I remembered it. He used to hit stupid hard and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, his alpha does still decent damage, you know, it's respectable damage. He has 4 bombs that do like 90, and you got the Gamma that can do like 240 or 250, you feel me? But the main thing is that he's more of a bomber now instead of an alpha. Now, if you're a person that can aim incredibly well, you can still go off with Strike Bakugo, you feel me? But there's just better options, but you can still make people respect you. You got the bomb into the Gamma combo, you can bomb them and then shoot them down and whatnot. You can special action up into the air and then shoot down and throw bombs down, and you can do all types of neat stuff. I feel like something that would give them a little bit of an edge. I'm not saying everybody needs homing and armor on all their moves, because that would be annoying. But either they need to fix his Gamma, because sometimes people are in your Gamma and they just be like, okay, I had enough, and then they just walk away, bro. They just walk away. It's not a good feeling to just get hoed for the sake of being hoed. You feel me? Like, You know how many people practice Strike Bakugo, and then when they go in game and they get robbed and then killed, it's a bad feeling. You feel me? Don't get me wrong, he's a good character, but there's just better options. Next character, aka my boy. Oh snap! I let go. Rapid Bakugo. Know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a fan of Rapid Bakugo because he is not easy. You feel me? You can't just pick him up and say, I'm #1 Rapid Bakugo, like you can do with a lot of people in this game. You feel me? I've been him, you know? His alpha does great damage, like 112 a shot when you get it level 9. The beta does like, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to be wrong, but I think it does 70 level 9. You can combine it, or is it, I feel like it might be 80 and I'm just lowballing it, but the beta is great. Escapability, decent damage, the fucking mobility is through the roof, you feel me, with the beta. The gamma, I feel like the gamma is good, but sometimes I feel like you can get robbed. But when you practice Rapid Bakugo enough, you'll see that you want to combo it more than not, right? You don't want to just throw it out there just by itself raw. So you want to do something along the lines of alpha, special action into the air, and then like beta, gamma if you catch them, you feel me? Or you can do, that's another thing with Rapid Bakugo that is different from Strike Bakugo. You can fight way more with his special action, right? So you can like cycle your special action with your beta, you feel me? So you can be like alpha, beta, and then you can do a special action and then shoot down again, you feel me? And then you can like special action again towards them, and then you can like gamma or beta, you know. It's like there's room to actually take this man to a completely another level. Not even mentioning his escapabilities through the roof. Jump back, alpha, beta, special action, alpha to ground, you know, like there's some insane Rapid Bakugos out there. I think I'm a very good Rapid Bakugo, let's be real. I really do think I'm a good Rapid Bakugo, but if I actually wanted to main him, you know, I would probably be way better, you feel me? I'm good, but I could be way better if I wanted to main him. Next character, the Cementoss. Okay, so Cementoss, I believe, is S tier for the simple fact that you just be looking at your toes and pressing alpha, and somebody attacking you can either get hit or, excuse me, you can press alpha, and then like as it's going out, it's like a delayed hit on them, right? Like it's very weird, very weird. He has decent mobility when you learn how to alpha dodge, like it's like a dash off the top of the alpha, melee, air melee, and then alpha to ground again. And now you have not only vertical mobility, you have horizontal mobility now, you feel me? And we're not even talking about the damage that the alpha does. Like the alpha does like I'm being nice here, like 130, right? It probably does more than that, but it chunks, you feel me? The alpha chunks. The beta, this is very good, you feel me? The flat, let's be real, flat be going crazy. All right, flat be going crazy. Know what I'm saying? It just, you can combine that with the alpha, you can hit for like ridiculous numbers, you know. Now, I haven't played too much Cementoss myself, you feel me? And the gameplay you're seeing here is literally me just running around, just being a baby Cementoss. Like, now imagine if you put time into this character. It's not that much. This is probably like 4 games in, You feel me? 4 or 5. I'll say 5 because I remember the first 2 I got like jumped and whatnot because I'm Cementoss. Like, it is what it is. But you do have to pay attention to terrain though with Cementoss, because you can throw an alpha down, and if there's like a little slant, that alpha is now not going vertical, it's going like at a weird like 90-degree angle, and you don't want that. You feel me? Or a 45-degree, and you don't want that. You're going to get hoed. But he's a great character. The res, he can res up in the air, not to mention when your teammates go down, you can throw alphas on them and just build up and then throw a flat, and then you can either force your enemies to push you, or you can just res your teammate for free without even having to use your special action. There's so much you can do with this man. You got the ability to give somebody verticality or an easier way out, you feel me? When you combine Cementoss with a non-movement character, or even combine it with somebody that could just jump off of his height or jump off of his pillars and like benefit from it, yeah, it becomes a real problem. Next character, your boy Compress. Now, he got some buffs. He definitely got some buffs. People have been asking for some nerfs for Compress. I can say he's annoying, but I don't see how you would want him nerfed when there are so many other people in the game that deserves to be nerfed. Oh, something was in my lungs there. But with Compress, his alpha isn't the easiest thing to land. Let's be real, it's not the easiest thing to land. There's not much he can do when people close that gap. Yes, he can reflect projectiles if you're like running at him and shooting, but if you close that gap with any character that has another move that's more physical than projectile, he's in trouble, because then he has to predict right or just snap away. He has to snap away. Like, you can force a Compress to snap away. Now, not to mention that snap do like 125, either 110 or 125. Somebody correct me wrong in the comments, but it does decent damage. So you got the alpha that can do decent damage. The beta is okay. I would want the beta to be more like Kendo's. Don't get me wrong, he don't need to be floaty during it, but I want to be able to jump beta, you feel me, and have it be a smooth like transition instead of jump beta land on the ground. Like, it's just weird. It's just this awkward like little hesitation before you can do something else. You got the stun lock with the alphas. Again, you can reflect things, so if your teammate's down and you got a Salt Deku shooting at you from Narnia, you can reflect that and try to protect your teammates, you know. You got the res. That's another reason why he's S tier. The res, bro, combined with the now armored gamma. Oh my god, you Compresses are eating. Sometimes I get mad because I think I got somebody dead to rights, and Compress would just show up, truck, and I'm like, stun lock, pick him up, and then snap. Bro, that is so annoying, bro. So annoying. But, you know, I don't feel like he's overpowered. He's annoying, you know, and it is what it is. Next character, Denki. Alright, so Denki, in my opinion, is A tier. Again, you could take him to another level, but the reason why he's just A tier off rip is that he doesn't take much to play. Alpha does like 95 a shot. Beta is insane damage. The stun is still great damage. Not to mention the stun, the gamma has like old Todoroki hitbox at times, bro. Like, you think you missed, he missed you, or you're playing Denki, you thought you missed, and you just see somebody like stunned, bro. Like, not to mention, you can get real good with Denki's alphas, and people will just be dodging because they're anticipating the gamma so much that they're just catching free 95s, bro. 95, 95, and then when they get close, now you gamma. You feel me? And they're just like, damn, bro, like, I was rolling around so much, I wasn't even fighting back because I was so busy trying to stay alive that I actually killed myself. When you practice with Denki and you can use his nodes, I don't know what you want to call it, but like, let's just call them nodes, right? And you combine them. I feel like the thing that would make him better, not saying that he needs this, but is if he can connect like 5 nodes, right? Nothing insane, 5 nodes, right? So that you can do like stars and whatnot. Because right now you can get like a couple of weird shapes, but majority of the time it's going to end up looking like a weird box, right? If you connect like 4 nodes, it's going to be like a weird box. And like doing stuff like that takes practice. You got to learn how to do the nodes and whatnot. You can do that mid-fight. You can like trap behind somebody and pressure them into your nodes. But that's just a person that's actually dedicated to playing Denki more than just, oh, I'ma just gamma beta, which you can do all day long with him. His special action. His special action isn't insane, right? Like before, you used to be able to TOD off it. It's like it's rare that you see a Denki even going for his special action now, right? Quick tip: you can counter twice with the gamma, but you gotta capitalize on it when you can. So you can either aka stun twice, right? But he'll knock you out of it, but you can special action, right? So if he gammas you, he'll either have to just take the hit, or he'll have to like beta or something, like if he wants to get out of it. But majority of the time with that gamma getting so close to you, like he might not be able to get that beta and or alpha off to do a combo because he's closing the gap so fast off of that stagger, right? And that might just be the difference between him dropping a gamma or not. Like it's like mind games, right? You pop the special action, you start hitting him with a couple of alphas. Most of these twices can't alpha for nothing, so he'll probably either panic beta, and now that he panic beta, you just shoot his beta if he doesn't have any special action clones, right? And now he's forced to play the game essentially with you in your backyard, at least until your special action runs out, and you got to capitalize on that time with Denki. But that's you taking Denki to another level and trying to figure out who you want to punish with the special action and so on and so forth. Alright, next character, Tech Dabi. This might shock some people, but I actually think he got better. I believe he was C tier before. I don't know what they did to this man's gamma. I know they buffed the alpha, right? I think they reduced the reload time, or they increased the reload speed of it for when he runs out of all his bullets. And like it feels like you always have something now with Tech Dabi, right? But his gamma, like his gamma is what's really, I feel like it's pulling him, you know? He gets some weird type of stagger, not to mention the Dabi tech, you feel me? But let's just go right through his whole kit. Alpha does like 76 a hit. Beta can do incredible damage. Not to mention you can play behind the beta, you know, have it absorb some shots and whatnot as you're still throwing down alphas towards them, you know. You can pressure an enemy, and then when they fight back, you can have like already like a beta in front of you, pressure an enemy, a beta to your left, right? And if they shoot back at you, the second you see your beta disappear, just go behind the next one. Not saying it's going to negate all the damage coming your way, but it's going to waste a couple of their bullets, right? And if that person is a melee character, you're now playing around something that can essentially hard knock them, right? And if they get the gap too close, right, and you still got betas down, before they even get the beta, you can drop your gamma, stagger them, combo some alphas and whatnot, and now they're afraid and they're running. If they're not afraid and they're running, they're dying, they're dead, right? They're dead. The res can be better. It's buggy. Sometimes you'll get tech Dabis that res, or strike Dabis. It's just Dabi in general. You get Dabis that will revive, but then they'll still be on the ground. I don't know what that's about. Sometimes I call it justice, you know, because I don't want to have to deal with you again. I worked hard. I'm hitting you. Sometimes you get Dabis that get up even though they're being hit. That's like, it's weird. But I feel like he's in a very solid spot right now, and you could take him up to A tier if you really play him. But you really have to be on point with Tech Dabi. You can't just press buttons. But yeah, he's solid right now. Assault Deku. Where do we want to place him? I feel like there. Alright, so Assault Deku. I feel like Assault Deku is still a great pick. People are like losing their minds so much over Strike Deku that they're forgetting about how good Assault Deku really is. His range is insane. They did nerf the alpha damage. Okay, right? That was mainly for PC people. But on console, we have aimbot. Let's keep it real. Now, it's not, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the easiest thing to land, because you know you do have to work a little bit, right? To learn his well, what is it? The hitbox of his alpha and whatnot. But the fire rate's pretty generous for you to just spray a little bit and do decent damage. I believe the alphas do like 78 or something, you know, so close to 80. And the beta does insane damage. People sleep on the beta for God knows what reason. It has a generous hitbox. It has tracking. You can use it for escapability. You know, he's just a great character. You don't also have to use it for escapability. You can just use it just to go into the sky and shoot down at people, right? Like, some people just have to get out of the hive mindset, right? Not saying that Assault Deku is like way better than what we all think, but we're not using him to his full ability, and we're just like, he's just bad now. Like, no, bro, he's not. The Gamma, you can use it to stop people that has armor, right? You can use it to combo. It's a lot you can do. Mobility. The Gamma's great. Like, the Black Whip is just, it's the Black Whip. Like, it goes a decent range. You know, you combo somebody up, like they're legit dead if you do the combos right. You feel me? But that's just taking Assault Deku to another level. You know, that's me being honest. We're gonna skip over Strike. Oh wait, still on Assault Deku. He got the res. Not to mention the res is great. So I'm saying he's A tier. He got the crouch shot alpha. That does great freaking damage. So all those people that like left Assault Deku to go for any other character, bro, like you can always still pick him up and go off with if you're home or just putting some time in. We're gonna skip Strike Dabi because he's new, and we're gonna go to Strike Deku. Right now, Strike Deku has always been good, right? But they fixed him to where his beta actually works. His alpha has always, guys, his alpha has always done 100 damage. I've seen people talking about how, oh my god, they buffed that alpha too much. It has always done 100 damage. It has always had hard knockdown. I don't know where your sources are coming from, but you guys have to step out of like this I don't know, this loop of just following whatever you see and like try out characters yourself. This character has always been a good character, but the difference is everybody was saying Assault Deku was better, like, which he was to a certain extent, but not really, right? So with Strike Deku, you could spray your shots for ease of use, right? And then you could focus them to get more range, which is great. You get the hard knockdown, boom. You got the beta, which did incredible damage, right? This was before the buff or the fix, because before he wasn't getting the height damage, y'all. I want y'all to understand this. He was supposed to be getting that damage from dropping from height. But instead of getting that, the height required was so ridiculous, you never got it. You feel me? Like, it was like you had to jump off the top of UA to get that increase in damage. Other than that, you could jump off rooftops and stuff and get a little increase, but no other character has to use map in order to get extra damage, right? So what they ended up doing was actually fixing it. They reduced the height you needed to get the extra damage and also increase the height that the Gamma gave you, thus putting him in the threshold for whenever he can get his extra damage on his beta, right? They also reduced the animation for his Gamma because he used to drop his Gamma with a hold Gamma and he would just sit there for like 3 seconds before jumping away. It was terrible. Like, it goes to show you what a character can become when you just fix them. You feel me? Like, he was meant to be doing this, but he couldn't do it because the requirement for his beta was just ridiculous. They added an early Gamma from level 1 to 4 because you didn't have 2 before. So you have the res with him. He's a great character. Everybody knows he's a great character. Can you just pick him up and go stupid? I don't think so. I don't think so, because there's still a level of skill to strike Deku. Now, you can say alpha this, alpha that, alpha this, and then just beta, beta, beta. But there's been people that literally I can tell they saw a video and they're just like, I'm going to play him now. And they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. Practice with them, and then you can say, okay, this is what needs to be nerfed. This is what needs to be buffed, blah, 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 blah. Because he can still get hit through his Gamma. You know, you drop it and people are just throwing alphas and some stuff is coming through, and it's just like, it's just little things like that is what a person that mains them knows. You can combine the beta with the Gamma. You can combine the Gamma with the beta. Like, you know, it's just, you gotta practice with this character in order to be good. You can combo, you can punish. He's a great character, honest. Great character. Next character is Endeavor. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. A+. Now, the reason why Endeavor is A+ is because you can honestly pick him up with the aimbot and just press buttons, bro. By press buttons, I mean press alpha, of course. And you win. A level 9 alpha does way too much damage, okay? I don't even know how much damage it does. It just does way too much damage. Like, a level 1 alpha, when you're hitting the shots, does a lot of damage. You feel me? It seems like it doesn't because it's level 1, but when you compare that to other people's damage numbers, it's insane. Honestly, it's insane. The beta is another great move. You can literally change attitudes. I believe it's like 149 or something. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. You change everybody's opinion of that fight. They're like, Endeavor, let's fight. And you're like, beta. And then they're like, I'm gonna go full team, heal somebody and go somewhere else and just like, I'll come back to you later when I get the required heals. Because if he starts that fight off with a beta and then just chases you down with alpha, majority of the time there's nothing you can do. Even if you're going head up with him with alpha, if he's landing his alphas for alphas, he's gonna win that. You feel me? Like, he's gonna win that. It's just so much damage. Now the Gamma can go through walls, the beta can go through walls too if you throw it off walls, and then the blast itself would just shoot through. Like, good Endeavors know that. You feel me? Good Endeavors know that. The Gamma does great damage, but you gotta position yourself correctly. It's risk reward. You feel me? You don't want to just Gamma out in the open like AFO, and then like get hold, like, and then say, see, he's ass. Nah, bro. You just gotta position yourself better for that gamma and go off. They did buff the special action, the hover of it. I haven't seen too many endeavors do it, but when they're doing it, when you jump, you already use 50% and then you're hovering. I believe they reduced it. That's always a plus in my book. But yeah, if they ever change aimbot, you feel me? He'll drop you. You won't see as many endeavors. It'll be just like season 3. Next character, Froppy. I'm struggling. Don't laugh at me. So I feel like Froppy is A+ for the simple fact that I never played her before. Okay, and when I played her, I was shocked at what I was able to do in game 2. Okay, this is not week 2. This is not day 2. This is game 2. Okay, I did not know her alpha had that generous of a hitbox. I did not know that it tracked like that. I did not know that her beta literally will curve. Like, I knew it curved a bit, but I did not know it would curve like that. Like, it's insane. She has mad reach with her tongue. She out here hop pull, and pulling up on you, and you just like, you didn't even think you was gonna get hit from that far. Like, you didn't even think you was gonna get hit from that far. And if she combos the beta, which you can just air beta into ground beta, that does fucking OD damage. Sorry for my language, but this isn't for kids anyway, so shouldn't be here if you're a child. But it does insane damage, and her gamma, it's alright. You can be hidden in plain sight when there's like a lot of chaos going on, and she pops that gamma and she starts popping a team full or just healing herself. The only way you'll see her is at the end of the hill, or you have a good idea of where she's at already. You feel me? The res is great. You know, it's nice and quick. Gets them back into the action. The mobility is great. She can run forever. You know, it's hard to catch a good Froppy. It's Froppy. Like, those that know. Excuse me. Next character we have, Ida. So, I believe last video I said I will take him out of S tier whenever they fix Infinite Gamma. Then they fixed it, but if you level up Gamma to level 9, you're basically still doing the exact same thing. So that's why I never understood why Ida's worth cheating so much when you can just level up the Gamma. But you got the Alpha does great, well, it does alright damage, and once you hit one of them, you're good to go for 2 more Alphas, or you could do an Alpha Beta afterwards. If you can't seem to get the Alpha Beta down, you can easily Alpha Beta and do insane damage and just leave, you know. You combine that with the Gamma, and you're a hard person to hit. So you can Alpha above them, Gamma flip over them, and then Beta, you know. Not to mention where if you start using his passive ability, the raw run, where he could just run up anything and then you jump off of it, just like as if you had a speed card. You get like the float tech, you know. You get the float tech, you have a lot of mobility doing that, and you're hard to hit while you're doing that. And then if you just combine your moves with that, if you guys want to see exactly what I'm talking about other than the gameplay on the screen, look up a person called Cracked Bronze on Twitch, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This is just me doing it, and I'm not insane. Like, I'm not insane with Ida. He is an easy character that you can pick up and press buttons with. The beta has insane tracking. People are like, well, you can dodge it. Well, we all know that Ida can still get BS hits. Let's not do that, you know. You can do a beta into another beta if you know how to time it. It's like you look down beta and then beta again with the Gamma active. It's this guy is actually insane. If you want to take him to a higher degree, yeah, he's a problem. and I think he's always going to be a problem. Fix for Ida or nerf for Ida, either A, reduce the tracking on his beta, or B, just take away the armor off his beta. Let's see how many good Idas are there when they're not just throwing out beta for free. Let's see. Next character, Ibara. Okay, so Ibara got buffed recently. Everybody's losing their mind. She's doing crouch shot Deku damage. Oh my god. I played 2 games with her. Stop it, please. Please stop it. Please stop trying to act like Ibara is now something brain dead and easy to play. Please stop it. Please stop it acting like that buff just changed the world for her, because it didn't. Okay? As an Ibara main that's been contemplating dropping her for these reasons. Her alpha can do one of 3 things. It can come out, not give you full damage. It can come out, phase through your opponent, right? Or not come out at all. Alright? It can also do the delayed damage, which also makes you feel like you're cheating, or you can misread a situation because it's not giving you the damage you need at that time. Right? Her beta, it does great. It does okay damage. It used to do more, but they stealth nerfed it, and now it does like 212, 215, and like it's all right, you know. It's still good, you know, but it's just like you're still stuck in place. All of her moves, she's stuck in place, you know. Gamma, again, the Gamma is great for team combos and whatnot, but it can do one of 3 things. To get the Gamma can get you a stagger when you're supposed to get a grab. The Gamma can just get a grab and do no damage, thus leaving you stuck in place in an animation that you don't want to be in for free. Meanwhile, that person is just sitting there nice and cozy while their teammates are shooting the hell out of you. Or it could just straight up miss when it's supposed to grab. I don't know what's up with her Gamma. I don't know what's up with her alpha, but it's 5 seasons now. I've been reported it, you know. I've stuck through it, so that's why I'm contemplating dropping her. That's why there hasn't been much content on her. But let's talk about the positive of her. Like 160 in alpha when it works. The spread shot is decent, you know, for ease of use. The beta is a great tool for when people are just jumping around and you can't get that precise shot on them. You can chase them down. I hear a lot of people say it's a keep away tool. You can use it like that, but it's not only a keep away tool. You can chase people down and beta the fuck out of them and make them change their whole play style. Somebody will be trying to grief you and you grab them and then you beta them and now they're in the lobby. You feel me? The Gamma can do great damage, like I said, team combos and whatnot. She does have the res, but sometimes people die in her res still, or her res doesn't protect them long enough for them to be able to move. You res them, they get up and they die right after it comes down, or while it's coming down. Like, and you're still stuck in place for the animation. You can't even save them. You feel me? Like, you got your points and rank, but they're still dead. They're knocked again. You feel me? Ibara did not need buffs, okay? And that's another thing with this community. Everybody's like buff, 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 buff. Fix. We need fixes. Fix Ibara's alpha and fix her gamma, okay? Fix her beta for when I hit people, it gives me the full damage. I'm not trying to hit for 130 when I'm supposed to be hitting for 2 something, okay? Fix it. They did buff the beta for when you don't need like 5 shots total anymore, but you're still not getting the full damage. You know, you're getting like 130 when you're supposed to be getting 2 something. So in my book, she's not cracked out of her mind. You also have to play extremely good to make Ibara work, right? So all you people out here, whether you're just a gamer or a content creator, please stop spreading that narrative that she's just esta broken and whatnot, because she's not. If you play her more than 5 minutes or maybe 2 games, you'll see. You feel me? I'm passionate about Ibara because I need her to get fixed, and people are spreading misinformation about it, and it's not cool. You can buff her alpha all the way up to 200 a shot, but it doesn't matter if it's phasing through the person or not coming out. It doesn't matter. Alright. Kendo. B tier. So Kendo's one of those characters that you can't just pick up and play like Ibara and some other people on here. When you realize how good Kendo is and the stuff you can do with her, you'll stop calling her a bad character. Kendo is the definition of learn matchups, play well, get rewarded. Pure definition of that. Her alpha does great damage, like 148 a hit when she hits all the pellets. Beta can block pretty much anything, and they fixed her beta from just shattering, right? Her gamma, you can use that for mobility. You got Kendo tech like Alpha Glide, you know. If you don't know what Alpha Gliding is, watch Metsu RJ Ken or on YouTube and or on Twitch, and you can learn a lot from him. Kendo was put on the map basically by that guy. Just keep it real. I get some people are like, I've been playing Kendo. Listen, y'all, a lot of stuff Kendo people are doing to you right now are from these people. If you feel me, it's me being honest. You know, alpha gliding and like using mobility with the clap. Nobody was doing that. Nobody was using the air melee to hop over stuff. You feel me? So like, and if there was, it was a very select few. It's not all you people that play Kendo. Let's be real. Okay. She has their special action, which I feel like that could be better. I feel like she could use a second special action. I don't know what it could be, but the carry, you can do some things with non-mobility characters, like allow them to chase somebody or allow them to scout the area by just throwing them in the air vertically and asking them what they see. And you could just keep doing it, you know, until you spot who you're chasing or where's the next third party at, you know. She's a decent character. Please don't write her off just because you have to play a little different with her. Her melee combos are great. Her melees go straight into her alpha on flesh. It can go straight into the alpha on shield too, but the window is small for that. You have a lot of mix for that. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to recommend you certain people that I know that take these characters to the next level. You feel me? So, if you want to become a good Kendo, watch Metsu RJ Ken. Alright? Next character. Also, if anybody else in the comments know any other people, you feel me? I know there's other Kendos out there, but I can't remember. That's just the main Kendo I know. You feel me? I feel like the father of Kendos. So, and for any characters, just if you're really good with them, you got content on them, you feel me? You feel like you take this character to another level, you feel me? You drop yourself down below or drop that person down below. Kiri, C tier. I know they fixed his special action, and well, they didn't fix it, but they changed it and they buffed the beta for it to do early damage now. But let's keep it real. You can still get hard knocked out of it even if you can reactivate it. It's a good change. You could get knocked out the special action, but you could just pop it again, but you're still stationary. So the person that knocked you out of that harden can just knock you out of it again. Let's be real. The beta early damage is a nice welcome change, you know, but at the end of the day, the max damage he is doing is 130 with that beta, okay? People sleep on his alpha. His alpha can do 249 damage. Yes, you heard that right. 249 damage. You can also increase that alpha to like 261 damage or 250 something damage if you pop a speed card. Yes, you heard that right. Extra damage popping a speed card with his level 9 alpha. His gamma is what everybody complains about, right? He needs that gamma to do that damage, or this character won't even be on this list, okay? Because a lot of characters can just counter him, right? You can just kite the hell out of Kiri while he's running down at you trying to get a punch. If you're a character that can grab, you can grab him. If you're a character that has a shield, you can block it unless he goes over the shield. He has to play really well with that character. I get that you can get caught off guard by the gamma and he can start the fight off with 200 damage. I get that. But don't mash. You have people that are saying nerf Kiri when you're mashing, and any character could punish you for mashing, and you're blaming that on Kiri. You get hit. Take time to reflect on the situation you're in. Where's your teammates? What escape routes you got? Who's on his team if you can figure that out. But best thing you need to do is figure out an escape route and where's your teammate. You can do that. You feel me? Use your invents frames and get up and move. Stop mashing, because then you're getting punched in your face and carried down the block from your team screaming, "Get him off me, he broken." That's not on Kiri. That's on you. Play better. You can use his special action if you want now. You can try to go for the resist, but the same people that can knock you out of it can still knock you out of it, you know. But it's still good. If a character can't knock you out of it and you see that character knock your homie, you can then pop your special action. And if he can't knock you down, you just got a free res. Congratulations. Next character, we're going to skip Lemillion because he is also new. And we're going to go to Mount Lady. Also, let's put some order in this. I feel like... yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I have not played Mount Lady much, right? The content you're seeing here is probably like my third, fourth game with her total in 5 seasons. You feel me? Because I did want to upload a Ibara plays Mount Lady, but that video got corrupted. And even in that video, even though I was like a baby Mount Lady, like I kind of just took what I learned from season 4 and just applied it to season 5. And this is what you're seeing now. Insane alpha pressure does like 50 a shot. And you get 2 shots for 1 bullet. So if she lands both of them, that's 100 damage. You know? I think she gets like 6 shots, if correct me if I'm wrong. You know? So yeah, that's insane. Excuse me. You got the beta, the stump that everybody seems to love, right? For a good reason. It staggers, it stun locks, and you can chain that into a gamma, you can chain that into an alpha, you can chain that into team combos. It's a lot that you can do with Mount Lady. There's people trying to justify it and whatnot, but she's not as insane as what she was before. Even though I don't like her, I know that you can't just pick her up immediately and go off. You feel me? There's still people out here just stomping in place and getting punished for it because they saw, oh, Mount Lady is this tier and therefore I should play her. It's kind of like the Strike Deku effect. You do have to learn her a little bit. Doesn't take much. Just need a little bit of practice. Again, this gameplay you're seeing now, this is not from a Mount Lady main. You feel me? This is not from somebody that plays her weekly or daily or anything. And this is the level I'm at. She's a great character. Her gamma does insane damage. You can also cancel out of it for mobility, or you can cancel all of it out of it into the stump, or cancel out of it into the melee into some more alphas. you know, just to be harder to hit. I call her Mount Lady the Rapid. Once she gets that gamma up there, if she is running, she's hard to catch, even as a Rapid, which to me sometimes is insane. If I'm playing Rapid Bakugo, how is a Mount Lady outrunning me? Like, I have to do it's just insane. Her special action allows her to get big and be a menace, right? Sometimes you can get punished for staying big too long. Good Mount Ladies know that you can start the fight off by getting big, stumping, or finish the fight by getting big and kicking or shooting alphas or just to harass some people. I feel like she also counters Cementoss, so she's a very good pick. You can easily take her from A+ tier to S tier, you know? I feel like a lot of people say Mount Lady is bad because they haven't either practiced enough or they're staying big for too long and they're getting knocked while they're big or getting damaged a crap ton while they're big, you know? And they're just not using they don't know stagger combos and whatnot. I don't either. So what you're seeing is a person that doesn't know this stuff, right? There's Mount Lady players that know when a person will get hard knocked, and instead of doing the thing that would knock them, they just keep harassing them and keeping that person on their feet, which allows for even more damage. So that's why she's A+ tier. Next character, my girl Momo. All right, so Momo Alpha, excuse me, does like 60 a hit, I believe, or is it 65? I think it's 60 a hit. You get like 6 of them. That's great damage, right? That's great damage for Momo. It can stagger, it can stun lock, she can combo that. It's a lot you can do. She can alpha stun you while her team shoots you. She can alpha stun you, drop a cannon, and then alpha you. Then the cannon will hit you, but that's just like a split thing. You feel me? That's taking her to the next level. Her beta blocks all projectiles coming her way. Sometimes allows her to run through certain stuff without being damaged. Like, I believe it's Shigaraki's Decay. Occasionally, if you're just running towards him, you won't get damaged. But sometimes, if you're running like horizontal, like against it, like you'll get damaged. I don't know how it works, but it's very good pressure tool. It does great damage. You can use it for mix, which means you can push somebody with the shield, right, end it, and then either jump out of that shield, jump over that shield, jump to the left of the shield, jump to the right of that shield, you know, drop a cannon, shoot a cannon up in the air, start healing. It's a lot of mix. It can play a lot of mind games with them, with that beta, that I don't see people do. Her gamma, it did get nerfed, but it's still great damage. It does like a 125 at level 9, and that's insane. You can drop a couple of cannons and say a GG, you feel me? Or you can start the match off, the fight off, third partying on top of a roof like every Momo and just drop that cannon and push with your team, and now y'all just cleaning up because everybody's in chaos. Teammates are running. Some people have team fools, some people don't. The person with the team fool got knocked. It's great. She's a great character. Yeah, she does not take much to learn. Those that think she's bad, you need to check your skill level. I'm just keep it real with you. Check your skill level and test this character out again, and you'll see why I'm saying she's A+ tier. Her special action can drop you heals, enhancement kits, and reses, most importantly, which is mainly why she's A+ tier, because you don't have to talk to any civilians. You can get your free busted back into the match for free. If your homie was going off a second ago and he got knocked on some tomfoolery, you could then be like, here you go, take those heals, go back to doing whatever you were doing, and he gonna be like, good looking, this lobby's about to pay for doing that. Next character. Strike Shigaraki. Now he did get buffed quite a bit, but he still has some problems, you know. His alpha does great damage. I believe they also did increase the early ammo count by 1. They increased the range of his alpha. He does great damage now, you know. They also allowed his alpha to go up walls. So now, the thing I was saying in the last video, like you could just stand on top of curbs or walls or something ridiculous and he couldn't hit you. He can now hit you. He can now chase you with his alpha when you're trying to run up a wall, and then proceed to say, bring that ass here, boy. His beta, they increased the spread speed of it, right? So basically it spreads out faster, allowing for more damage faster, and people can't just like backpedal it now, you know. You don't got to be in the heart of the beta to be scared now because it's coming at you so fast. You need to A, press through it real quick, or B, run as fast as you can, right? The alpha and the beta combos, you got the people dropping beta, and then you're just spreading a bunch of alphas around like a clock, or just in the general direction of your enemy, and like it's just hard to close a gap in on somebody that's just taking up all the space, especially in game. You got the beta gamma combo, which allows you to beta and then it spreads and you immediately gamma, and you could chase down your target and or run and use the beta to like try to slow your enemies down through choke points or whatever, you know. The gamma itself, you can use that for mobility, like crossing rooftops. You want to use it and then let go the second you reach the lip of it, and it'll send you far, and you could combine that with beta and then you'll leap, right? And like people will be like shocked how much further you actually go doing stuff like that. Yes, you're burning a beta and a gamma to do that, but he does not have many options, so you need to use what you have, you know. And then you can use gamma again and keep running. The reason why I didn't put him any higher is because his gamma is still broken, and there's a lot of characters that could just go to the sky, you know, and just not take damage. Some people can even erase his his beta. I didn't mention that with Aizawa. I should have, but you can erase Shigaraki's beta with Aizawa's gamma, and now he's just in a room looking stupid with an Aizawa jumping around him like nothing changed, you know. So his grab is still bugged, and sometimes it's pain, you know. They buffed that, but it doesn't matter. Just like Ibara, if you buff it to 300, if I'm only getting 50 damage or I'm not getting the grab when I'm supposed to, it does not matter. Next character, assault buttons. This is like, yeah, it's S tier. It's kind of hard for me to like try to put them in order and whatnot, but yeah, let's just keep going. Assault buttons, Assault Shigaraki, if you will, did catch a nerf, and everybody likes to act like, oh no, he's so useless now, and what the real problem is his combo that he can do. Yes, the gamma beta gamma combo is a problem, right? But let's take into account that a good 90% of you guys using Assault Shigaraki are not doing that, okay? You're just pressing alpha in somebody's general area and getting rewarded for looking in their general area, okay? So let's not act like that alpha did not need to be nerfed. That's why they nerfed it. because majority of you guys aren't landing that combo. And if you don't know how to land it, you can beta your opponent, gamma them, and then turn around, beta them again, and then gamma, and then you can spam alphas. Or you can do gamma first, and then beta, and then gamma, and then beta. Whichever way you want to do it. Somebody else probably knows another mix out there. I don't play him enough because you don't even need to take him to a high level for him to be S tier. That's why I call him assault buttons. You know, it's incredible damage on his alpha, and just because they nerfed it, it's not like the fire rate on it is slow or anything. It racks up damage. The beta stuns, you feel me, and staggers, which allows you to get even more damage off. The gamma stuns and staggers, and if you hold it, you can have a hard knockdown. Also, you can use it for mobility, to take verticality, and just keep running away and being annoying, going to the sky, throwing down betas and alphas to your heart's content, saying, yeah, 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 I'm him. You have the special action that allows him to destroy buildings and continue to pressure his opponent to keep them from running from him. From taking height, because you know some people take height, you know, just to clear it and make him use a gamma. But if he doesn't want to use that gamma, he can just make you come to the ground and then go up to the sky and then continue to harass you. That's assault buttons, assault Shigaraki. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. Now, where the heck is... Alright, boom. Todoroki. I'm trying to figure out if that change was enough to warrant him to be out of C tier or not. Let's just say he's out of C tier, okay? But he's still very close to C tier. He's like B minus or something, or like, I don't know, right? He's like C plus. Let's call him C plus or something like that. Todoroki, in my opinion, even with the extra beta, what you're seeing here is probably early gameplay, unless I can get some more gameplay with him before the making of this video. But Todoroki got an extra beta, and they said something about his gamma going faster. I don't know, but even if that is the case, he still struggles with the same problem. You know, you have to play him really well. You really have to play him really well. His alpha does like 77 a shot, I believe. The beta can do like 210, right? And now he has 2 of them. I get that, that's great. You could probably do stuff like beta and then catch your opponent in a gamma when they're recovering, because you know people mash against Todoroki. But if they're a character that has to come back to the ground and you're a decent Todoroki, as they're coming back to the ground, you can do that before he even had 2 betas. You can beta, gamma them, freeze them, and if they're still close enough, probably beta them again, you feel me? And they'll probably be hurting, right? You still got the burst damage with the gamma, which does great damage, right? I forget how much damage it does, but it still does great damage. And you usually combine that with a beta, but majority of the times you're combining it with an alpha. So it's like incredible. He's like really burst damage, right? Like he just bursts you down real quick. With the second beta now, you can like block stuff off, right? But I don't know, I don't see much use out of it, because if you got somebody attacks that can just go through it, right? Like a strike Shigaraki or a Dabi or Ibara beta, or like anybody taking height just shooting over the ice, he's still facing the same problems. You know, you got assault Shigaraki, you got people just getting behind it. Like, can it be good defensively? Yeah, but he still suffers the same problems. And the alpha's not the easiest thing to hit. in my opinion. Maybe if they increase the fire rate of it, he'll be a little more noob friendly and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with having to play well with a character, but I just don't see him going any higher than B tier. And then after that, a great Todoroki player going crazy, it's all on that person. They are making Todoroki S tier because they're using them in the correct situations and are kiting you into buildings, so on and so forth. They're making him great by blocking your path, right? While you're inside a building, you know, and forcing you to use some type of move to break his alpha or change direction. I mean, not his alpha, his beta. You know? So, and not to mention his special action is so lame. It's terrible. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, they got to give him a different special action or something, or buff it, or make it do something different. Like, say if I hit somebody with the special action, it should just tick, even just tick the 50. If it's just ticking the 50, I'll take that, right? But most people just walk through to catch like 111 and they're just chasing you again. Like, it's you have to really play well with Todoroki. All right, next character, Toga. I apologize for my voice. Honestly, I really do. It is kind of dry, but I've been talking for an hour now, so I'm gonna try to speed this up a bit and sound a little more enthusiastic. But she caught a nerf to her beta. She does like what, 5 less damage or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't the right nerf though, in my opinion. Good Togas know how to transform and de-transform, then transform again and de-transform and then transform again. You know. So let's talk about her kit. She has great alphas that can I don't know what the correct word, but let's say slow you. If enough of them hits you, your character comes from running to being slow, you know, and you then have to use a skill to like try to dodge your alphas or try to roll out of it, you know. Once you're good with Todoroki, once you're good with Toga's alphas, like, which is a bit of a skill check within itself. People will hate you. Honestly, they will hate you because you're just harassing them from far away. And my favorite thing to do with Toga is to pop 2 speed cards and to just throw alphas, and she's just like this little machine gun, and like they're just pissed off at you. Nobody likes you. Like, you're having fun at their expense. The beta still does great damage. It has insane tracking, 360 degrees. You could take verticality with it, hop off a wall, or just jump up in the air and then beta again, and then gamma somebody. The beta, if you're just running, as the majority of y'all do, just press beta in the general direction and you'll be a block and a half down somewhere without even hitting somebody. And if you hit somebody, you're going even further. And then if you manage to take their blood, you're going even further. So, Gamma. The Gamma has great tracking. It has insane range. It has insane damage for a move that tracks and allows you to transform. 125 damage, like at level 9. And sometimes that Gamma gives you the blood even though you didn't hit. And sometimes you'll get hit by the Gamma, take no damage, but you know she has your blood. You feel me? Thus starting the loop of use all my skills and then transform, use all your skills, and then de-transform and then use all my skills again. And if I catch you with that Gamma, guess what I'm doing? I'm using all your skills. You feel me? So it's Toga. To me, it wasn't the right nerf. The right nerf is to reduce her transformation time. You feel me? Either reduce the time she's transformed, or increase the reload of the Gamma or something. Like when she transformed, and like don't allow her to de-transform immediately or something. She needs something to where when she de-transforms, that Gamma is on cooldown still or something. So that way she can't just, oh, I have your blood, I'm on cooldown for Gamma, transform, de-transform, oh, look at that, I have my Gamma back. You know, like, it's insane. Because she can just, even if you're not a good Toga, You can beta in the air, gamma up person, transform, de-transform, beta in the air, gamma up person. Like, you can just keep doing that, right? This is before we get into the beta cancel combos, right, with Toga. Those that know. So if you can manage to use somebody else's skill, you can, like, say you're using Assault Deku, right, and you kick somebody, you can de-transform and then beta them. You feel me? And you can do this with a lot of characters. The Strike Shigaraki, grab them. The list goes on. You can keep doing this until somebody stops you. Now, is that a bit of a skill check? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is a bit of a skill check because not any old Toga is doing that, right? Most of you guys are just pressing beta, and guess what? That beta still allows you to just be A tier. That's insane. That's insane. They did nerf her. They're acknowledging that she's strong, but it just wasn't the appropriate nerf. Next character, Uraraka. I don't know why I skipped over twice. We ain't gonna talk about it. I feel like she's A tier for the simple fact. Is she A tier? Yeah, she's A tier. She's A tier. She's A tier. For the simple fact that they buffed her car, right? And it does like 80 damage. Don't ask me about my Uraraka gameplay, okay? I'm a baby Uraraka, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here putting in work, alright? But as adorable as I can be out there, motherfucker. But I thought her alpha reached a lot further sometimes, you know. Sometimes I don't know if it's my controller. Sometimes I jump and press alpha and, like, I don't get the jump and I'm just shooting at a wall. But when you get good with Uraraka, she's not just a one-trick pony, you know. She's not just beta oriented as you guys just see. You can do stuff like, I mean, like, it's not going to be in this gameplay, you feel me? So if you want to look for a good Uraraka player, you know what I'm saying, ask somebody in the comments, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not one of them. Maybe I'll start playing her again just so I can get better content or something, but she can do a lot, right? So you got her special action float, which allows you to go a lot further whenever you take to the sky, you know, theoretically speaking. So if you grapple onto a tree or a building, you are now flying further than you would have without the special action, and that's before you combine that with the knee. So that way you're not just spamming alpha, alpha, alpha. You press special action, alpha, air melee, and then you'll alpha somewhere else. By the time you land somewhere else, you already have another alpha, you know. Extremely hard to catch. Is she free? No, not really. Not really. She's not like old Uraraka where you can just press beta and hit people without hitting them. You feel me? But at the same time, they did increase the hitbox from 1 to 8. So they did know that it was a little hard to use her otherwise. But people are still just speed running to beta 9. So there's that. The beta, when it hits you, it does great damage. Not to mention, you can just stun lock people in it. Just beta and stand over them. Beta, stand over them, you know. If they mash, they get punished, you feel me? Or you could just beta, run away, come back, beta, you know, come back, float, you know. She could really be a problem. This is before we get into our float combos and her beta combos. Again, you can like throw the car at somebody, use the gamma, because they'll be like stun locked. If they have shield, they'll be like stun locked, and then you can float them, and you can throw another car if they still have shield. You can drop it, drop the gamma, and then that's when you'll jump alpha and then just finish it off, you know. She can do incredible damage, especially with her cars that if you're throwing them and you're hitting them, that's definitely a skill check. Let's keep it real, that's definitely a skill check. You can take Uraraka from A tier and make her A plus You feel me? Close to S tier. But is it easy? No. I wouldn't say it's easy to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. A special action, again, you can float your teammates. You feel me? So say if you want to do team combos that allow people to throw somebody further, right? So you could freaking float your Cementoss and then throw him with Kendo, like, and then he uses his flat to stay in the air and he's just hovering and throwing stuff down from the sky. Like, people don't do stuff like that, you know? Or float your Strike Shigaraki, float your Ida, float anybody, you know? And just be a problem, you know? Team combos, the Gamma, if you float somebody, everybody's shooting them, they're basically dead. You know, they're basically dead. What else? Not to mention, if you're still a baby Uravity like me, you level that Gamma up, that's 200 free damage. Even if you don't know how to combo, you could just Gamma, and then they're like, damn, you like, yeah, now I'm saying I'm on you. But she takes some skills, the respectable character. You feel me? That's Uravity. I feel like she's A tier. Now, at least. Twice. Ha! You guys thought, see, you guys thought that you guys were bad now, right? You're not. You didn't catch any nerfs, and you're only mad because there's like one other character that humbles you occasionally. You feel me? And there's only a reduced amount of twices for a simple fact that somebody else came out. I'm throwing Franks where Franks are needed. He definitely needs a nerf. Either nerf the ammo count on his Gamma, or nerf the stun lock, or nerf the tracking on the Gamma. Do something about that Gamma, because it is annoying to press a move and then have him cancel you out of it. And the only way you can beat him is if your move has armor. You feel me? That's silly. That's very silly. If I react first and he press Gamma, he wins. You feel me? That's silly. His alpha does decent damage. His betas have insane aim and they do great damage. If he lands the beta on you, that itself does insane damage. You feel me? This is before we get into quote unquote twice advanced combos, because it doesn't take much to be advanced with twice. He plays himself. You Gamma Alpha and then Gamma Beta, or you could just Gamma Beta if you're a brain dead twice. Like the majority of people that play him, they just Gamma Beta because it's easy. And then the person, when they wake up, they gotta choose, do I shoot the twice clone or do I shoot at twice to get him off me? But the thing is, most twices are like running around you, right? So now you got a clone in front of you, or a twice in front of you and a clone behind you, and vice versa. And if you attack the clone, twice will then Gamma you again, right? And if you attack twice, guess what? That clone is now hitting you for everything. So it's insane. This is before we get to him having extra clones with his special action. I feel like they need to be on a timer or something, like, or take more damage than a regular character. If I get a 400 Ibara, that Ibara needs to have, like, I don't know, 50 health. You feel me? Like 50 health or 100 health, something to help balance this man out, because he can just do whatever he wants once he gets these clones up and running. And I'm not saying we need to have a different way of figuring out what's a clone or not, but the fact that if people are fleshing around and I don't know until after that person's dead, and they just, oh, that was a clone that whole time doing that much damage, like, something has to give with him. He needs a nerf. He needs it. All you guys that are coping about it, keep coping, but the truth will come out. Now, next character, Lemillion. We're going to put him A tier. I want to say Lemillion can be S tier, right? but he has some problems with him. Okay, so let's get into his kit. Everybody wanted his alpha to hit. Now it's hitting, but it's still not going all the way through. So if you want to get the 4-hit combo with Lemillion, you still won't get it a good majority of the time. You'll just be sitting there power posing while everybody's shooting you or punching you in your face or whatever, right? Allowing your enemy to get away. The alpha does decent damage. The beta does cool damage, you know, but you have to predict. The charged alpha can do insane damage, doubling the fact that you can't be hit when you're doing the charge alpha. Once it's already activated, they have to punish you while you're charging. After that, you can't be hit. You can use that to run away. You can use that to attack your opponents behind obstacles. You can use the charge alpha just to get big damage on your opponent, and then just get ready to go for mix. He's a great character. His beta gives you cool damage, a knockup that can also be comboed into. His gamma, oh wait, let's go back to the beta. You can use it for escapability, you know. You want to use it accordingly, or you'll be punished heavily if you miss it by decent players. Again, this is a ranked tier list, so if you're just throwing out that beta willy-nilly, you will die with Lemillion in no time, and that's what makes people call him trash, because you're just pressing buttons, and you can't do that with Lemillion. You have to play better, predict such a situation. If you're trying to run, assess it well, and make sure when you come out that ground, or watch out for obstacles that can force you out. That's another problem, because if you go over a car or something, it instantly pops you out, or a ledge or something, it instantly pops you out of the ground. His gamma is good. His gamma is good. It can do like 100 damage or 106 damage on a shield hit. It reflects projectiles. It reflects melee attacks. You don't want to hold it for too long, because when you hold it for so long, the animation of him coming out of it isn't forgiving. So if somebody closing a gap on you and you come out of that gamma, you want to be careful, right? Because if you come out of it too soon, they can start shooting you if you don't have your beta or your alpha. Or if you come out of it too late, they already got you where they want you, you know? This is before we get into Lemillion's combos, which separate the good Lemillions from the bad Lemillions. The people that were begging for buffs and whatnot, they're usually the ones that are just pressing alpha, or just pressing beta and leaving it at that after they get the hit. But Lemillion is extremely combo oriented. He does have team play. People say, oh, he has no team play. This man can stun lock you and or stagger you, right? Whether you're on the ground or in the air, he's on your bumper. You feel me? So combos that you can do with Lemillion, you may be seeing me going off on screen right now. You can do alpha, gamma. You feel me? You could do alpha, stop, charge alpha. You feel me? You can do alpha and have your teammates just shoot them, and then go for, because like sometimes they don't expect you to drop it, and then you could just go into a punch alpha. That works on Fletch as well, and then you can gamma them. For another mix, if you can catch people slightly above ground, you can do alpha and then beta. You feel me? It's like he has a lot of combo potential. Like it's way more than just that, but I try to give y'all some simple ones that anybody can do. You can do beta, alpha into gamma. It's like a lot that you can do with Lemillion. Don't sleep on him. He's a great character, easy character that you can take the S tier. Not to mention his special action. He can use it to just run straight through problems, right? Or run through a wall and whatnot, res his teammate, or just run somewhere, pop the team full. I don't see enough Lemillions use his special action to close the gap on him and his teammates, right? If you don't know how to use his special action to close the gap, like across map with his teammates, I had a lot of people ask me, aim it? hard aim, like you're aiming an alpha or something like with a shooting character, and press it. As long as you're within the right range, he'll go towards them. Now on UA map, he has some problems because certain walls you can't go through for no real reason. That's just bad design. That's not Lemillion's fault. You feel me? Because if he could go through this like he's supposed to, then he would be phenomenal, honestly. Now let's get into the problems he has. Sometimes pressing his special action, you can still be hit, right? He'll be saying, permeation, go. And then you're unable to run through walls. You're still able to be hit. It's just not working. You can't use your skills. It's really bad. It's really bad sometimes. I don't know what it is. Especially what I noticed is like characters like Strike Shigaraki or anybody that has like burn damage. You know, any type of status effect with their moves, it bugs out his special action like really bad. So if you get hit by Strike Shigaraki or Assault Shigaraki or Todoroki or Endeavor or somebody, be careful using that special action because you may just be selling yourself from how bad he is designed right now. His beta, there's been times where I press beta and I've been hit by Momo cannons underground. I've been all might punched. I've been shot by twice clones. They have to fix him. He does not need any more buffs. He just needs fixes. A lot of these characters on this list that are bad or could be better just need fixes. You know, some people that need nerfs or tweaks, sometimes they just need a hitbox fix. You feel me? That's it. That's all. Or tracking nerf. But he's a great character. From what you can see on screen, I love this character. That's why I've been contemplating dropping Ibara for Lemillion and having her be my backup character. Because I still love Ibara, but I'm tired of people pressing buttons and winning. You know? Lemillion's a great character. You dedicate yourself to getting better and you get rewarded. Next character. Speaking of dedicating yourself to get good, Strike Dabi. This is a character that you do not have to dedicate yourself to get good. Without his gamma, he is one of the worst characters in the game. That's me being completely honest. But with his gamma, that you see every Strike Dabi pop before every fight, he's insane. He's become one of the most insane characters in the game. His alpha has incredible spread. It has height on it. It has insane range. It's like, even though it takes 2 bullets an alpha, who cares when you're basically guaranteed hits? You feel me? They go far, they go over stuff, they go through things that you wouldn't think they could go through. They go over stuff that you wouldn't think they could go over. He can definitely use some tweaks. But the main thing that everybody's freaking out about, which is the beta. The beta gives you like 360 degrees tracking. Insane. It goes a decent range, distance, and has like very generous hitbox. You feel me? We'll get into his problems later, but it's insane. You can try to roll his beta with the gamma popped and he'll hit you because he's just Strike Dabi. There's been Strike Dabis that just literally run at you because they know all they have to do is press beta and it's over, right? Combine that on top of his gamma, which takes health from him. I forget how much health, but it's not nearly enough for it to be a threat to his health, especially if you run like defensive cards or greens. It's fine, you feel me? It's not a huge negative on you, but you get these pulses randomly and those pulses do great damage and it's insane. Like and then it increases the more damage you take, you feel me? So if you're getting even low health, while I've played him, for the short amount of time I've played him, I've been saved multiple times by the Gamma alone. Like, you should not be rewarded for losing. I repeat, you should not be rewarded for losing, right? So that's why I have him S tier. I don't really have much to say about him. And then if you want to take him to quote unquote another level, you can then combo the beta with what I call the crash out, which is the end of his Gamma, right? And you'll get a lot of beta damage, and then when you crash out, they get into this stagger-like state, and then you crash out on them doing insane damage, basically knocking that person or taking them out the fight for a long time. You know, his Gamma comes back so fast, so it's not even like it's a negative when it runs out. You know, yeah, you're stationary for that time period, but you could just pop it again, and like it's Dabi. It's Dabi. Now for his problems, he has a bug going on with his beta where he basically goes for a grab and he might not get the grab, or he'll get the grab but you'll just drop out of it, or he'll get the grab like state, like he'll be grabbing but he'll be grabbing air and he's just stuck there. You feel me? I call that justice, but it's not right. It shouldn't happen. So things to fix that with him, and I say just that's mainly it. Like, reduce the tracking on it, fix his what is it, the beta being like stuck. Like, I don't know how to, what you want to call it. You just freeze in place. It's very weird. It's very, very weird, very, very silly. It shouldn't happen. Nerf the Gamma pulses, make it more rewarding or something. I don't know, but we have enough characters to where you just press buttons to win. We don't need any more of these characters, honestly. Well, this is my Season 5 My Hero Ultra Rumble tier list. If you guys agree, if you disagree, let me know below, and leave a like and subscribe if you like content like this, because it takes time. It takes a lot of time to do this, especially where I gotta play certain games with characters I've never played before and whatnot. So, and just to get the clips and whatnot, especially so, you know, I could know you guys appreciate it and see what I need to work on. And plus, I just want to know what you guys agree or disagree with, so that way we can have a nice little debate down below. If I can see if you're delusional or are you a gamer, you feel me? Are you a button presser or do you take skill? Now I'm saying, so it's your boy Axpekt. Now I'm saying, like, subscribe. I do drop almost daily videos, just about every day except for Sunday, and or if I don't have content, I try to let people know, but usually the very next day I'll drop something. So if you like consistent content, follow for that, subscribe for that. Also, you can request certain characters. I'm not going to promise you videos on those characters, but I will, like, when I do see the request, trust and believe I do try, you know, but it's hard, with especially with the teaming and everything. That's the main reason why I haven't been able to get a lot of requests out, by the way. It's just so much teaming that I can't get it out. So much love to all those that support, you feel me? And y'all have yourselves a great day. Strike Dabi twice, assault Shigaraki, Cementoss, Toga, that's it, Ida, hold a Frank, Splash Might, hold a Frank, and baby strike Deku's It Ain't That Sweet Out Here. Alright, we out.